Rail workers are being told to trip circuits and hit emergency buttons to disable Opal Card readers across the network from next Wednesday.
I'm calling on the union to withdraw this instruction. I've taken legal advice that suggests that it is actually illegal. I will go to any court in the country to make sure that any person that is seen to be doing this is prosecuted.
The move would see indefinite free travel.
Today we have seen a new low in industrial relations in this state. Not for a half a century have we seen a union initiate and instigate illegal activity. So I've just been briefed by the Department of Transport Secretary and Executive. This briefing note, these instructions from the unions to tell its members to flick switches, to hit emergency lines, to disengage and trip electronic equipment is not only a new low for the union movement, it is potentially illegal and it is very, very dangerous. What we've seen today with this industrial action going to a low which will go well beyond the initial engagement that the government had in good faith with the union 9 months ago. I'm calling on the union to withdraw this instruction. I've taken legal advice that suggests that it is actually illegal, and of course it will potentially put the lives of commuters and the staff at Sydney Rail in danger. Why any person campaigning on a platform of safety the way the RTB is would go ahead and say to people that they should, in staff, that they should trip electronic equipment is beyond me. What that is essentially doing is making it impossible for Transport for New South Wales to know how many people are actually on any mode of transport in the event there's an accident. It is also ripping off the taxpayers of this state who paid for this equipment. This is not union-owned equipment. This is equipment owned by the taxpayers of New South Wales. This is equipment that has been built over a century by the hard work of the people of this state. And so the union behaving like this is some sort of private property that they can destroy at their whim just to get their own way is a new low in the union movement. I'm horrified that grown men and women would tell their members to put themselves in danger and destroy public property. It is potentially illegal, and that is why I'm asking the union to withdraw their action, these threats, because I will go to any court in the country to make sure that any person that is seen to be doing this is prosecuted, and that includes standing down staff. We will have every right as a government to tell the union movement and its members that this is not their property, this is not their personal chattels. They cannot destroy government property and put people's lives at risk.
Just to clarify, has the advice that you've received that it's potentially illegal or that it is illegal?
Well, prima facie, we believe it's illegal, but at the moment we've taken legal advice and we've certainly written to the union to say that they need to withdraw these threats, because I can't see any law enforcement agency in the country. I don't believe any court in this state would say inciting people to destroy public property is anything but illegal.
What about the Fair Work Commission?
Well, the Fair Work Commission will be obviously consulted. We want to make sure that this goes. We'll be seeing that this goes to the Fair Work Commission, because this is proof that the union movement has no interest in acting in good faith. This goes way beyond just a debate as to whether or not the NIF is safe. This goes way beyond whether or not the union movement deserves pay rises. This is vandalism at its best.
Do you think this could help you in your current matter in the Fair Work Commission?
Well, I'm quite confident that in the court of public opinion, people are going to be horrified that union executive is going out and telling mums and dads that union members should destroy public property.
But why doesn't this action though fall under?
Sorry?
Even if it means they're all
Just remember, the union turned off the Opal Card last week, and guess what? 90% of the population tapped.
gates on the poles.
The gates, 90% of the population still tapped, the commuters still tapped. The commuters in this city and the taxpayers of this state are sophisticated enough to know a rip-off, and they're not going to be part of it.
What will it cost if they proceed with this? What's the cost of the state of lost fare revenue if they turn off these Opal readers?
Well, that's a very difficult question to answer because you just don't know how many people are going to get on a train from one day to the next. But it is forfeited revenue. It will be into the tune of the millions, and it will highlight to the people of this state that the union movement wants to do nothing else but rip money out of the pockets of mums and dads.
Premier has previously said that he would prepare on the fuel price agreement if he saw any more industrial action. I mean, in this narrative, what you suggesting is that something you're prepared to?
Well, that is the matter that the obviously Fair Work Commission is determining at the moment.
And will they also determine like why it doesn't fall under this behaviour doesn't fall under protected?
That's right.
action? Yeah.
Correct.
And just when you say construction, I mean, is there not a sort of way they can go about it?
No, there isn't. The instructions here are very clear. We want you to trip circuits. Trip circuits.
Is that
Now,
destructive though, or is that
of course
something
it's
that can be easily
destructive.
remedied?
Anybody that's worked on a construction site would know when you trip a circuit, particularly if you're not a licensed electrician, you are putting yourself in danger. But not only that, they're saying here they want flick switches and they want to press emergency buttons. So what happens if there really is an emergency and the union movement has sent its delegates out there to actually initiate and to press emergency buttons? This is the most irresponsible. This is the most irresponsible. I don't know why you're defending them. This is the most irresponsible thing. This is the most irresponsible action that I've seen certainly in 30 years in public life. I can't find an example of a union inciting members to break the law for the last half a century.
Minister, just to clarify, is what is potentially illegal the actual notification to turn off the readers, or is it?
Well, that's why we're giving them the
or
right.
Is it this instruction that
Well,
you're-
both, but we're giving them the right to withdraw this notification. I'm saying to them, this is irresponsible to the nth degree. I'm saying to the union that you're actually potentially inciting your members to break the law. I'm saying to the union that if your members deliberately break the law, I will pursue through any avenue I can for those staff members to be charged, prosecuted and sacked. This is actually endangering the jobs of union members, not protecting them.
So apart from Fair Work, what other courts could you go to? The Industrial
Well,
Relations Commission, the State Industrial Relations?
I will leave that to the lawyers, but I can assure you that I will pursue whatever legal avenues that I've got available to me, and that includes safety at work, that includes police action if vandalism has been proven. Well, we're waiting for them to come back to us now.
How are you feeling about the current Fair Work hearings? Are you pleased with how they're progressing?
I'm not going to speculate on a matter before the court.
Do you expect further legal advice which will outline what you can do now after this?
Well, I'm expecting the legal advice and the legal institutions to uphold our appeal, and our appeal is that this is actually illegal.
You've also got conciliation going on at the
Yep.
moment. Where does this leave that?
Well, I think I can't see how this is anything but a bad faith move. Telling people to break the law is not an act. He's not acting in good faith. Telling union members that you could potentially you should be doing something that is potentially illegal and dangerous and endangering the lives of commuters, endangering your own life, and of course forfeiting revenues that are rightly owed to the state is not acting in good faith. No, I'm the eternal optimist. We've been, this is not my first rodeo with the RTBU. I mean, I'm quite happy to put a line in the sand. What I'm saying, this is a bridge too far. This is physically dangerous. It's economic vandalism, and it is not in the best interest of good faith negotiations.
Could this end up costing the government money due to any contracts they've entered into?
In what right?
With people operating the Opal system?
I'd have to take advice from them.
Private contractors, they have a case here as well.
Sorry?
Private contractors are
Yeah, I'll take advice on that. Okay, thank you.